Money touches every part of life. It decides how we eat, where we live, and what dreams we can follow. But most people spend their whole life chasing it without peace. They work harder, yet feel trapped in a circle of bills and worries. True success is not about having endless money. It is about having control, calmness, and choice. That calmness is called financial freedom. Financial freedom does not mean you stop working. It means you choose when and how to work. You can spend time with family, follow passions, or rest without fear. It gives you power to say yes to what matters and no to what drains you. It brings a feeling of independence, safety, and quiet confidence. This guide will take you step by step through that journey, from understanding what financial freedom really is to building it with your own hands. You will learn how to handle money wisely, invest with patience, and live with purpose. Each chapter will give you one piece of the puzzle, and when all pieces come together, you will see the full picture of peace and power. Financial freedom begins in the mind before it appears in the bank. So before we talk about money, we must first understand what freedom truly means. Let us begin that journey together. Chapter 1. What is financial freedom? Before you begin your journey toward financial freedom, you must understand what it truly means. Many people believe it is about being rich or having luxury, but that is only a small part of it. Financial freedom is not about owning everything. It is about being free from the fear of losing what you have. It means you have control over your money instead of your money controlling you. Imagine waking up one morning without any worry about bills. Imagine choosing work because you love it, not because you must. That peaceful state of mind is the real wealth. It is when money becomes your servant and not your master. Financial freedom gives you choices. You can choose to travel, to help your family, to start something new, or to simply rest. You no longer trade your time for survival. You begin to use your time for growth and happiness. It allows you to live by purpose, not pressure. Freedom does not happen overnight. It grows slowly like a seed that turns into a tree. Every small step, every wise decision adds strength to your roots. When your financial base is strong, the storms of life cannot shake you. This strength gives you courage to dream bigger and act wiser. To understand financial freedom deeply, you must know what it is not. It is not living without responsibility. It is not avoiding work. It is not about earning endlessly without peace. True freedom means balance. It means being able to enjoy what you earn and still have enough for the future. It is about knowing when enough is enough. Many people chase money their whole life but never feel secure. That happens because they do not build systems that give them stability. They depend on one income, spend without planning, and save without purpose. Financial freedom fixes this pattern. It brings awareness, structure, and vision. The first step to freedom is clarity. Ask yourself what freedom looks like for you. For one person, it may mean clearing all debt. For another, it may mean having savings that cover many months of needs. For some, it means being able to retire early or travel often. There is no single rule. It is personal, emotional, and deeply human. Once you define your version of freedom, your journey becomes easier. You stop comparing yourself with others. You stop chasing what society tells you to want. You begin to live by your own design. This clarity builds confidence, and confidence builds control. Financial freedom is not just a goal. It is a mindset. It begins with gratitude for what you already have. It grows with discipline and patience. When you learn to manage your money with love and respect, it multiplies naturally. Money is energy. When you handle it wisely, it flows back to you with abundance. In this book, you will learn how to save, invest, and grow your wealth. But remember, the foundation is not money itself. The foundation is awareness and intention. Without them, even millions can disappear. With them, even a small income can lead to lasting peace. Financial freedom is the art of living well, spending wisely, and saving smartly. It is the bridge between survival and peace. It is the path that turns your work into wealth and your wealth into wisdom. Once you understand this truth, your entire view of money begins to change. Now that you know what financial freedom really means, the next step is to prepare your mind for it. Before wealth can enter your hands, it must first enter your thoughts. Let us move to Chapter 2, where we explore the mindset of freedom that creates lasting success. Chapter 2: The Mindset of Freedom. Before wealth can grow in your life, it must grow in your mind. Your thoughts about money decide how it behaves with you. If you see money as a burden, it will run away. If you see it as a blessing, it will stay. Your mindset is the soil where financial freedom takes root. Without the right mindset, no plan will work for long. The first step is to stop believing that money is evil. Money itself is neutral. It is neither good nor bad. It only reflects the heart of the person who holds it. In the hands of a kind person, money builds schools, shelters, and smiles. In the hands of a greedy person, it creates pain. So never fear money. Learn to respect it. The second step is to think long-term. Most people look for quick gains. They want instant results. But freedom is built slowly, like a mountain formed from tiny stones. Every wise decision, every act of patience adds strength to your foundation. Think of money as a partner, not a prize. Build trust with it through discipline and understanding. The next step is emotional control. Many lose wealth not because they lack income, but because they lack control. They spend when they feel sad. They buy when they feel bored. They chase trends without thinking. To be free, you must master your emotions before mastering your wallet. Pause before you purchase. Ask yourself if it adds real value to your life. Peace often hides behind simple choices. A freedom mindset also values learning. Financial education is not taught in most schools, but you can teach yourself. Read books, listen to experts, and observe how money moves. Knowledge turns fear into confidence. When you understand how money grows, you stop treating it like magic. You begin to see it as a tool that obeys clear laws. Gratitude is another secret key. When you are thankful for what you already have, life gives you more. If you complain about lack, you attract more lack. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is possible. It opens the door to new opportunities. A grateful heart creates calmness, and calmness creates clarity. Self-worth is also part of the freedom mindset. Many people stay poor in spirit even when they earn well. They feel unworthy of wealth. They think success belongs only to others. But remember, financial freedom is your birthright. It is not greed to want peace, stability, or comfort. It is wisdom to prepare for it. Believe that you deserve abundance, and your actions will follow that belief. You must also learn to delay pleasure. When you choose long-term joy over short-term comfort, you build strength. Every time you save instead of spending, you train your mind for patience. Every time you invest instead of wasting, you create future freedom. Discipline today becomes peace tomorrow. Freedom is not free. It is earned with wise habits. Finally, surround yourself with positive energy. The people around you shape your attitude toward money. If you stay among spenders, you will spend. If you stay among savers and dreamers, you will grow. Choose company that lifts your thinking higher. Your circle can be your cage or your wings. A strong mindset builds a strong life. When your thoughts are clear, your actions become powerful. When your emotions are calm, your decisions become wise. Financial freedom is not only about numbers, it is about self-awareness, discipline, and belief. Now that your mind is ready, you can begin shaping your reality. The next step is to set clear goals that guide your actions and measure your growth. Let us move to Chapter 3, where we learn the power of goals and how they turn dreams into direction. Chapter 3: The Power of Goals. A dream without direction remains only a wish. If you want financial freedom, you must turn that wish into a clear plan. That plan begins with goals. Goals are the map that guide your money journey. They tell your energy where to go instead of letting it scatter everywhere. Without goals, your spending will follow impulse, not intention. You will earn, you will spend, and at the end, wonder where it all went. But when you set a goal, every coin begins to have purpose. Each action becomes a step towards something meaningful. The first step is to understand why you want freedom. Ask yourself what it truly means to you. Do you want peace of mind? Do you want more time with family? Do you want to travel or start something of your own? Each reason gives your goal emotional power. When the reason is strong, the discipline becomes easier. Next, paint your vision in clear words. Instead of saying, "I want to save more," say, "I will save enough to live freely for many months." Instead of saying, "I want to earn more," say, "I will create income that supports my dream lifestyle." When your vision is clear, your actions follow with strength. The universe responds to clarity, not confusion. Goals should also feel balanced. Do not make them so big that they scare you, and do not make them so small that they fail to inspire you. They should stretch you without breaking you. Every small success builds your belief in the next one. Freedom grows step by step, not in one leap. Write your goals down. Words on paper hold power. They remind you of your promise to yourself. Keep them visible where you can see them daily. The more you see them, the more your mind works toward them, even in silence. Divide your goals into stages. One stage for immediate needs like clearing debts or controlling spending. Another stage for medium dreams like building savings and investments. And one more stage for long-term peace like creating passive income and security. Each stage builds the next like a ladder rising toward freedom. But remember, goals without action remain only decoration. Every day, take one small step. Even the tiniest effort counts. When you act with purpose, time becomes your ally. Progress might look slow, but it is still progress. Patience turns ordinary steps into extraordinary results. You must also review your goals often. Life changes, and so do your dreams. Adjust when needed. Flexibility keeps your journey alive. There is no failure in changing direction. There is only learning. While you chase your goals, do not lose joy. Enjoy the path itself. Celebrate every small victory. Each coin saved, each debt cleared, each skill learned is a step closer to peace. Freedom is not just the destination. It is the feeling that grows inside you with every wise choice. Another secret is to connect your goals with your values. When your goals match what you truly care about, they become unshakable. If you value family, make your financial goals about stability and support. If you value creativity, make them about freedom to create. Money becomes meaningful only when it serves your heart. The power of goals lies in focus. What you focus on expands. If you focus on fear, fear grows. If you focus on freedom, freedom grows. Direct your thoughts like light through a lens. Soon, your effort will burn through doubt and shine as success. When your goals are clear, your path becomes bright. And once you begin to walk with purpose, you cannot be stopped. Now that your vision is clear, the next lesson is about handling money wisely. You must learn how to guide your income and control your spending. Let us move to Chapter 4, where we understand the budget rule, the foundation of financial control. Chapter 4, the budget rule. Money without control is like water without direction. It flows away before you even notice. That is why you must create a budget. A budget is not a cage. It is a mirror that shows you where your money truly goes. It gives you power over your choices and peace over your future. Many people fear the word budget because they think it limits freedom. But in truth, budgeting is what creates freedom. When you know where your money is going, you can guide it toward your dreams. You stop wasting it on things that do not matter. You begin to spend with intention instead of impulse. A good budget tells your money what to do instead of wondering where it went. It helps you see what is necessary and what is not. You begin to notice patterns. Maybe you are spending too much on small comforts or entertainment. Maybe you are forgetting to save for emergencies. The budget opens your eyes to your habits and helps you correct them. Start by writing down everything you earn and everything you spend. Every amount matters, no matter how small. This simple act builds awareness. Awareness is the first step toward mastery. When you track your money, you begin to respect it more. You no longer treat it carelessly. Next, divide your spending into clear parts. One part is for your needs such as food, home, and bills. One part is for your future, which includes saving and investing. And one part is for your joy, the things that make life beautiful. This simple structure brings balance between discipline and happiness. Freedom comes from balance, not from strictness. Remember, the goal is not perfection. It is progress. Your first budget may not be perfect, and that is fine. With time, you will adjust and find your rhythm. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Soon, you will manage money with ease and confidence. Budgeting also protects you from emotional spending. When you see your limits clearly, you are less tempted by impulse. You begin to ask better questions before buying. Do I really need this? Will this add value to my life? Could this money work better for my future? These small pauses create big results over time. You can make budgeting a positive habit instead of a strict rule. Think of it as a friendly guide, not a punishment. When you follow your budget, you are honoring your dreams. Every wise choice today becomes freedom tomorrow. Each saved coin becomes a step toward peace. Sometimes you will feel like spending more, and that is fine. Allow yourself small rewards, but stay mindful. Do not let a single moment of pleasure destroy months of discipline. Balance is the secret. A budget that breathes with flexibility lasts longer than one built with fear. Budgeting also strengthens your confidence. When you see your money in order, you feel calm and proud. You no longer live in confusion. You know exactly what you can afford and when you can afford it. That knowledge is real power. A budget gives structure to your life. It helps you plan ahead for goals, dreams, and unexpected turns. When you master this skill, you move one step closer to financial freedom. Because true freedom is not just about earning more. It is about managing wisely what you already have. So let your budget become your compass. Let it guide you away from waste and toward wisdom. Once you start respecting your money starts respecting you. Now that you know how to manage your spending, it is time to remove what holds you back. Debt is one of the heaviest chains that keeps many from freedom. In the next part, we will learn how to break that chain with patience and courage. Let us move to Chapter 5, where we explore how to eliminate debt slowly and wisely. Chapter 5. Eliminate debt slowly. Debt is one of the biggest walls between you and your freedom. It steals your peace, your sleep, and your choices. It keeps you working for the past instead of building your future. To become free, you must learn how to break this wall step by step. The process may feel slow, but every step matters. Debt is not just a financial problem. It is an emotional weight. It brings guilt, stress, and shame. Many people avoid facing it because they fear what they will see. But freedom begins with honesty. You cannot heal what you refuse to face. Start by accepting your situation without judgment. You are not your debt. It does not define your worth or your intelligence. It is only a condition that can be changed with clarity and consistency. Once you accept it, you gain power over it. Write down every debt you owe. See it clearly. Avoid hiding or guessing. Awareness is your first weapon. When you face your reality, your mind starts finding solutions. The next step is to build a small plan. Do not aim to clear everything at once. That pressure leads to disappointment. Instead, choose one debt to start with. Focus all your effort there. Each small victory will give you confidence to tackle the next one. While clearing debt, control your spending. Avoid new loans or unnecessary expenses. Remind yourself that every choice counts. If you buy something you do not need, you delay your freedom. Each coin saved is one step closer to peace. You can also talk to your lenders. Sometimes they offer better terms when you communicate clearly. Honesty builds trust. Many people remain trapped because they hide their situation instead of asking for help. Remember, courage invites solutions. Create a habit of paying yourself first. Even while clearing debt, save a small amount for emergencies. This prevents you from falling into new debt when life surprises you. Balance is important. Freedom grows when discipline meets care. As you pay off one loan, move to the next. Each cleared debt is like removing a heavy stone from your path. You will start feeling lighter, more confident, and more in control. The sound of the last payment will be music to your heart. But do not stop there. Once you are free from debt, protect yourself from falling back. Understand why the debt began. Was it emotional spending? Was it poor planning? Was it an emergency without savings? Learn from it. Turn your lesson into wisdom. Promise yourself that you will never again borrow for things that lose value. Use credit only when it brings growth, not when it feeds desire. Debt can be a tool for building if used wisely, but a trap if used carelessly. Respect it. Control it. Never let it control you again. Remember that clearing debt is not just about money. It is about freedom of spirit. Each payment is an act of self-respect. You are buying back your peace, one step at a time. When you stay patient, progress becomes permanent. The road may be long, but the destination is worth it. Every day that you live with purpose brings you closer to independence. And when you finally stand free from all debt, you will breathe lighter. You will walk taller. And you will never forget the strength you built along the way. Now that you understand how to release the weight of debt, it is time to build your safety net. Freedom is not complete without protection. In the next part, we will learn how to create security that supports your journey in every storm. Let us move to Chapter 6, where we explore how to build an emergency fund that guards your freedom. Chapter 6. Build an emergency fund. Life is full of surprises. Sometimes they are beautiful, and sometimes they come with challenges that test your strength. Financial freedom is not only about earning more, but also about being prepared when the unexpected happens. This is where an emergency fund becomes your shield. It protects you from stress, debt, and panic when life turns uncertain. It is your financial safety net. An emergency fund is a special pool of money kept aside only for true emergencies. It could be used when you lose your job, face a medical situation, or need urgent repairs for your home. Many people live paycheck to paycheck, hoping nothing goes wrong. But life always brings something unexpected. Those who plan ahead feel calm, even in chaos. The goal is not to avoid problems, but to be ready for them. The first step to building your fund is to decide its purpose. It should not be touched for vacations or new gadgets. It is not for celebrations or sales. It exists for protection and peace of mind. When you know the purpose, you will respect the boundary. It is a promise you make to your future self. Start small if you must. Even saving a small amount each week is a victory. The secret is consistency. Over time, those small deposits grow into strong protection. You do not need to save a large amount all at once. Think of it as planting a tree. Each small contribution is a seed, and soon you will have the shade you need when storms arrive. Where should you keep this money? It should be easy to reach, but separate from your regular spending account. A savings account with no debit card access is a good option. The idea is to create a little distance so that you do not use it for daily desires. This distance builds discipline. It is wise to think of your emergency fund as your personal insurance. When you have it, you avoid high-interest loans and emotional panic. Many people fall into debt because they are not prepared. A simple, unexpected expense can start a chain of borrowing that grows out of control. An emergency fund breaks this chain before it begins. It keeps you calm when others worry. Your fund also gives you power to make better decisions. When you are not desperate for money, you can think clearly. You can choose jobs you enjoy rather than those you fear losing. You can face life with confidence instead of anxiety. This is one of the quiet joys of financial freedom. To keep your fund strong, review it often. Life changes, and so do your needs. When your responsibilities grow, increase your savings goal. Treat your fund as a living part of your financial system. It grows with you and supports you through every stage of life. Building this fund requires patience. You may feel that saving money for emergencies slows your dreams, but it actually speeds them up. When you are safe from sudden shocks, you can move forward faster and more boldly. True freedom is not just wealth. It is peace of mind. Your emergency fund becomes a symbol of respect for your effort and your life. It is the quiet confidence that says, "I am ready." It protects your past work and your future hope. It is the strong ground beneath your financial journey. As you build this foundation, remember that freedom without safety is fragile. This chapter prepares you for the next step, where your money begins to work for you. Once your protection is in place, you can move into the exciting world of investing, where growth begins and freedom expands. Chapter 7. Learn to invest. Once you have built your emergency fund, you have created a strong foundation. Now it is time to make your money work for you. This is where the real journey toward financial freedom begins. Earning money through work is important, but wealth grows faster when your money starts earning for you. This is called investing. Investing is not about luck. It is about patience, knowledge, and confidence. Many people fear investing because they think it is too complex or risky. But the truth is that every great investor once started with no experience. The key is to learn slowly, start small, and never stop growing your understanding. The first step is to know the purpose of investing. It is not to get rich overnight. It is to build wealth over time so that one day you can have the freedom to live life on your terms. Investing turns your savings into tools of growth. It is like planting seeds that give fruit for years to come. When you invest, your money becomes your silent partner that works even while you rest. Before investing, build your knowledge. Learn about how markets work, what companies do, and how time affects value. There are many types of investments like stocks, bonds, real estate, mutual funds, and index funds. Each has its own level of risk and reward. The goal is not to pick the best one right away, but to understand how they behave. Time is your greatest ally in investing. The earlier you start, the greater your growth will be. Compounding is the quiet magic that grows your money slowly but surely. When your returns start earning returns, your wealth multiplies. This is how small beginnings turn into great success. Emotion is the biggest enemy of investors. Markets rise and fall, and fear or greed can make people act without thought. A wise investor stays calm. They do not panic when prices fall and do not chase when prices rise. They trust their plan and focus on the long term. This calmness is what separates successful investors from those who lose direction. Investing also teaches patience and discipline. It shows that progress is not always fast, but always meaningful. Every small investment builds confidence. Over time, your skills grow, and you begin to see patterns and possibilities. This learning never ends, and that is the beauty of it. Diversification is another important principle. Never put all your money in one place. Spread your investments across different assets. This reduces risk and protects you from unexpected losses. Think of it like balancing your boat before you sail. A balanced boat stays steady even in rough water. Always invest in what you understand. Never follow trends or tips blindly. Study before you act. The goal is not to impress others with big moves, but to secure your own financial peace. Smart investors are quiet, thoughtful, and patient. They know that real success is built in silence. You must also set clear goals before you invest. Ask yourself why you are investing. Is it for retirement, for a home, or for your children's education? A clear goal gives your money direction. Without a goal, investing feels like guessing. With a goal, it becomes a journey with purpose. As you grow more confident, you will begin to see how investing opens new doors. You will learn that money can create more opportunities for learning, for giving, and for living freely. This is the essence of financial wisdom. Not just growing wealth, but growing understanding. Investing is a journey of trust, patience, and courage. You may make mistakes, and that is normal. Every mistake becomes a lesson that sharpens your insight. What matters most is that you stay consistent and keep learning. Now that you understand how to make money grow, the next step is to multiply your sources of income. Relying on one stream can be risky. True freedom comes when your life has many flows of money supporting you. Chapter 8. Multiple streams of income. One of the strongest pillars of financial freedom is having more than one source of income. Relying on a single paycheck can be dangerous because life is unpredictable. If that one income stops, your whole financial system may collapse. But when you have several income streams, you are protected. You create stability, peace, and choice. This is how you move from surviving to thriving. Multiple streams of income simply mean earning money from different places. It could be your main job, a small business, a rental property, an online store, or investments that give returns. Each stream adds strength to your financial life, just like rivers joining to form a mighty ocean. The goal is not to work endlessly, but to create systems that work for you. The first step is to look at your skills and interests. Everyone has something valuable to offer. Some people can teach, some can write, some can create, and others can organize or sell. Think about what you enjoy doing and how it can bring value to others. Where there is value, there is income. You do not need to start many income streams at once. Begin with one, master it, and then move to the next. Building too many things without focus can lead to stress. Consistent effort in one direction brings real progress. Once that stream flows steadily, add another. Over time, your financial structure will grow stronger and more stable. There are two main types of income: active and passive. Active income comes from your time and effort. It includes your salary or wages. Passive income, on the other hand, keeps flowing even when you are not working actively. It could come from investments, royalties, rent, or automated systems. The dream is to slowly move from active to passive income. That is when freedom truly begins. Technology has made it easier than ever to create new income sources. You can earn online through content creation, freelancing, affiliate marketing, or selling digital products. You can start with small steps, learn from experience, and grow with time. The internet has opened global doors for anyone with passion and patience. Each stream of income should serve a purpose. Some may be for security, others for growth, and some for learning. Together, they form a balanced network of support. When one slows down, others keep flowing. This is what gives you financial confidence even during uncertain times. Another benefit of multiple income streams is emotional peace. When your money comes from several directions, you stop worrying about losing one job or one client. You can take decisions with calmness instead of fear. You gain the power to say no to toxic work or stressful situations because your survival does not depend on one source. Creating new income streams also teaches creativity. You begin to see opportunities everywhere. A hobby can become a business. A problem can become a solution that earns money. Each small idea, when nurtured, can turn into something meaningful. The more you grow, the more your perspective expands. But remember, multiple incomes require management. Track your cash flow carefully. Use your budget to know what comes in and what goes out. Reinvest part of your extra income into growth or savings. Balance is the secret of sustainability. Without management, many streams can become many leaks. As your income sources multiply, your lifestyle should remain simple. Do not let new money create new waste. Instead, let it build long-lasting wealth. The purpose is to strengthen your freedom, not to increase your spending. When you have multiple streams of income, you no longer depend on luck. You create your own stability. You gain both security and flexibility. You have the power to design your life with confidence. This chapter prepares you for the next step in your journey, understanding the quiet force that makes wealth grow faster over time. It is the principle that rewards patience and discipline. Chapter 9. The Power of Compound Growth. There is a quiet magic in money that works only for those who understand patience. This magic is called compound growth. It is the secret that turns small, consistent efforts into great results over time. It is not about how much you earn, but how long and how wisely you let your money grow. Those who master this principle never rush wealth. They let it blossom naturally. Compound growth means your earnings start earning for you. When you invest and let the return stay invested, your wealth multiplies. Imagine planting a small seed. It grows into a tree, and that tree produces more seeds. Each new seed becomes another tree. Over the years, a single seed becomes a forest. That is how compounding works. Small beginnings lead to enormous results. The key ingredient of compounding is time. The longer your money stays invested, the faster it grows. This is why the best time to start investing is now. Even small amounts can become large if given enough time. Compounding rewards patience more than talent or luck. The earlier you begin, the more powerful your growth becomes. Many people make the mistake of interrupting compounding. They withdraw their returns too soon or keep changing their investments out of fear. Every time they break the cycle, they lose the magic of time. Compounding works silently, and it needs calmness and trust to show its full strength. Let us imagine you start with a small amount of savings. You add a bit more every month and let it grow. In the beginning, the growth looks slow, almost invisible. But after a few years, it starts to rise quickly. By the time others notice, your wealth has already built deep roots. This is the power of patience combined with consistency. Compounding does not only apply to money. It works in every part of life: learning, health, relationships, and habits. Small positive actions repeated daily create massive changes over time. The habit of saving, reading, or exercising regularly all compound into strength and wisdom. The rule is simple: what you nurture grows. Another secret of compounding is reinvestment. When you earn profits, do not rush to spend them. Let them stay and grow more. Your returns will start producing new returns, and the cycle becomes self-feeding. This is when you realize that money truly can work harder than you do. Compounding also teaches emotional discipline. It shows that real wealth is not in chasing quick results, but in trusting the process. People who understand compounding do not fear market fluctuations. They stay invested and let time do the heavy lifting. The world may move fast, but compounding rewards those who move steadily. To take full advantage of compound growth, avoid unnecessary debt. High-interest loans work against you in the same way compounding works for you. Instead of your money growing, your debt grows. So, pay off high-interest obligations quickly and focus your energy on positive growth. Compounding is not about magic formulas or secret tricks. It is about behavior. Save consistently, invest wisely, stay patient, and let time multiply your efforts. The longer you allow your investments to rest, the stronger they become. Wealth built this way is stable, lasting, and peaceful. When you understand compounding, you stop looking for shortcuts. You know that every small step today builds a powerful future. You realize that time is not your enemy, but your greatest ally. Financial freedom is not a single event. It is the result of many small actions compounding together over years. As you continue your journey, remember that even the most powerful compounding means little without discipline. The next chapter will teach you how to live below your means, a habit that keeps the compounding engine running and your freedom safe. Chapter 10. Live below your means. One of the most powerful yet simple rules of financial freedom is to live below your means. It may sound old-fashioned, but it is the key that opens the door to lasting peace and wealth. Living below your means does not mean living poorly. It means living wisely. It means choosing control over chaos and freedom over show. It is the art of spending less than you earn and enjoying the balance it brings. Many people believe that happiness comes from buying more things. They work harder to earn more so they can spend more. But this cycle never ends. The more they buy, the more they want. Soon they find themselves trapped, not by poverty, but by lifestyle. True wealth is not measured by what you spend, but by what you keep and how you feel. Living below your means begins with awareness. You must know where your money goes. Track your spending and notice your habits. Ask yourself before every purchase, do I really need this, or do I just want it? Often, we buy to impress others or to fill emotional gaps. But when you learn to separate needs from wants, your financial life begins to heal. Simplicity is strength. When you live simply, you are not burdened by unnecessary expenses. You can save and invest more. You can make choices based on peace rather than pressure. Simplicity does not mean sacrifice. It means clarity. You start to enjoy what truly matters: time, freedom, health, and relationships. Every time you choose to live below your means, you give your future self a gift. The money you save today becomes the foundation for your dreams tomorrow. It gives you the power to say no to debt, to choose work you love, and to face uncertainty with calmness. It is important to understand that lifestyle inflation is the silent enemy of freedom. When your income grows, it is easy to increase your spending. You move to a bigger house, buy a new car, or upgrade your gadgets. But if every rise in income is matched by a rise in expense, you stay stuck in the same place. Real progress happens when your income rises, but your spending stays stable. Learn to find joy in moderation. You can still enjoy good things, but let them be thoughtful choices. Spend on experiences that enrich your life, not on things that lose value quickly. Remember, the goal is not to look rich, but to be free. Living below your means also builds resilience. Life is uncertain. Emergencies happen. Opportunities appear suddenly. When you spend less than you earn, you have flexibility. You can adapt without stress. You can grab opportunities without fear. This is how financial confidence is born. A wise person once said that if your expenses always rise with your income, your peace will never rise at all. That is why the calmest people are often those who know when enough is enough. They do not chase approval or compete with others. They value peace more than possessions. To live below your means, create habits that support it. Cook more, borrow less, reuse things, and plan your purchases. These small actions might seem simple, but over time, they create a life of strength and independence. You begin to live with purpose instead of impulse. You will notice something magical happen. When you stop overspending, you start feeling rich even with less. Because richness is not in what you have, it is in how you use what you have. Every saved amount is a brick in your house of freedom. Living below your means is not a punishment. It is protection. It keeps you grounded when others are lost in comparison. It helps you stay focused on your long-term goals. It is not just a rule of money, but a rule of life. In the next chapter, we will explore how to make saving a joyful and natural habit. Because when you live below your means, you create the space to save. And saving is what transforms financial balance into growth. Chapter 11. The Art of Saving. Saving money is not just a financial action. It is a mindset. It is a quiet promise you make to your future self. Many people think saving means cutting joy out of life, but true saving is not about restriction. It is about respect. Respect for your work, your time, and your dreams. When you learn to save with purpose, you turn money into freedom. The art of saving begins with awareness. You must know why you are saving. A goal gives your savings energy. It could be for an emergency fund, a home, a business, or early retirement. When your goal is clear, every coin you save feels meaningful. Without a goal, saving feels like sacrifice. With a goal, it feels like growth. Saving is the foundation of every strong financial structure. No matter how much you earn, if you spend it all, you remain in the same place. Wealth is not built from high income alone. It is built from the habit of keeping a part of what you earn. The simple rule is this: always pay yourself first. Before you spend on anything else, save a portion of your income. Make it automatic, make it consistent, and make it sacred. You do not need to start big. Small amounts grow beautifully when saved regularly. A little saved each week becomes powerful over time. What matters is not the amount, but the consistency. Saving is like watering a plant. You do it daily, not because you expect instant results, but because you trust the process. The biggest barrier to saving is impulse. In a world of constant advertising and easy credit, it is tempting to spend. Everywhere you look, there is something new calling your attention. But you must pause and ask yourself, will this purchase move me closer to my goals or further away? Discipline in small decisions creates great freedom later. To save effectively, separate your savings from your spending money. Keep it in another account or place where it is not easily accessible. When you do not see it, you are less likely to use it. Treat your savings like they do not exist for spending. They belong to your future. Every time you save, you are buying back time. You are buying peace. You are buying freedom from worry. People often spend money to feel secure, but true security comes from what you keep, not what you buy. Saving gives you control in a world full of uncertainty. Saving is also emotional. It gives you confidence and calmness. You know that if something unexpected happens, you are prepared. You no longer live in fear of losing your job or facing a sudden expense. That quiet feeling of safety is the real reward of saving. Many people delay saving because they think they will start when they earn more. But higher income often leads to higher expenses. The best time to start saving is always now. Even the smallest step today is better than the biggest plan tomorrow. The habit matters more than the amount. Saving should not feel like deprivation. It should feel like empowerment. Every time you save, you are saying yes to your goals and no to unnecessary stress. You are choosing long-term happiness over short-term pleasure. This is financial maturity, knowing what truly matters. Celebrate your progress. Watch your savings grow month by month. It will motivate you to continue. As your savings increase, your confidence grows, and your ability to take opportunities expands. Saving is not about hoarding. It is about building options. When you master the art of saving, you create a bridge to financial growth. This bridge leads to learning and investing wisely. It gives you strength to take calculated risks and to grow your knowledge. And that is what the next chapter is all about. Expanding your understanding of money so that your savings can multiply. Chapter 12. Grow financial knowledge. Knowledge is the greatest investment you will ever make. Every bit of financial wisdom you gain multiplies your power to make better choices. Without knowledge, money slips away easily. With knowledge, even small resources can grow into lasting wealth. This is why financial education is not just useful, it is essential for freedom. Money behaves like energy. It flows toward those who understand it and away from those who ignore it. If you want financial freedom, you must first learn the language of money. The good news is that anyone can learn it. You do not need to be a math genius or an expert in economics. You only need curiosity, patience, and the willingness to learn. Financial knowledge begins with awareness. Learn how income, expenses, savings, and investments connect. Understand how debt works and how interest grows. Learn about taxes, inflation, and budgeting. These basic ideas are the foundation of every strong financial decision. When you understand them, you stop acting blindly and start acting wisely. In today's world, knowledge is available everywhere. You can read books, listen to audiobooks, watch educational videos, or follow trusted experts. But be careful. Not all advice is good advice. The internet is full of noise and false promises. Learn to filter what you hear. Always ask yourself, does this make logical sense? And does it match my goals? Wisdom is not about knowing everything. It is about knowing what to ignore. As you grow your understanding, you will begin to see patterns in how money behaves. You will understand why some people grow rich slowly but surely, while others lose wealth overnight. The difference lies in knowledge, not luck. The more you learn, the more you can see beyond appearances. You begin to make decisions based on facts rather than emotions. Financial education is not a one-time activity. It is a lifelong journey. The world changes, markets shift, and new tools appear every day. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. To stay free, you must keep learning. Make it a habit to read a little each day about money, business, or economics. Over time, this habit compounds into powerful understanding. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Every financial error is a lesson in disguise. What matters is that you reflect, learn, and adjust. Many successful investors and entrepreneurs made mistakes early on, but they used them as teachers. Knowledge grows fastest when it is tested in real life. Another important part of financial knowledge is emotional intelligence. Money decisions are not only logical, they are deeply emotional. Fear, greed, pride, and impatience can all cloud judgment. Learn to manage your emotions before you manage your money. A calm mind makes better choices than an anxious one. Also, surround yourself with people who inspire financial growth. Talk to those who understand money, business, or investments. Share ideas and learn from their experiences. Your environment shapes your mindset. If you stay close to people who spend without thinking, you will do the same. If you stay near those who value learning, saving, and building, their habits will strengthen you. Financial knowledge gives you freedom from fear. When you understand how money works, you stop worrying about the unknown. You stop depending on luck or other people. You become the master of your choices. That confidence is priceless. Learning about money is really learning about life, about discipline, patience, and purpose. The more you grow in wisdom, the more peace you create in every area of your life. In the next chapter, we will explore a powerful philosophy that supports this wisdom: minimalism. Because sometimes the best way to grow financially is to simplify. By clearing away the unnecessary, you make space for what truly matters. Chapter 13. The Role of Minimalism. Minimalism is not about living with nothing. It is about living with only what adds real value to your life. In the search for financial freedom, many people make the mistake of chasing more possessions, more luxury, more show. But true wealth does not come from adding more. It comes from removing what does not serve your peace. When your life is filled with clutter, your mind becomes crowded too. The first step toward freedom is clarity, and clarity begins when you choose simplicity. Minimalism is not just about your home. It is about your mind, your money, and your time. Every purchase you make should have a purpose. Every hour you spend should bring growth or joy. Every thought you carry should lead you toward peace. When you remove the unnecessary, the valuable becomes visible. You begin to see what truly matters: health, relationships, purpose, and calmness. Many people think minimalism is about being cheap, but it is not about avoiding spending. It is about spending with awareness. You do not stop buying things because you hate money. You stop buying meaningless things because you love freedom. Each time you choose not to spend on something you do not need, you are choosing yourself. You are choosing your future. That small act of choice builds power inside you. It reminds you that you control your money, not the other way around. When you practice minimalism, your financial habits begin to shift. You stop buying to impress others. You stop measuring success by how full your closet or house is. You begin to focus on quality over quantity. You prefer experiences over possessions. A simple walk with someone you love gives more happiness than a new gadget that loses charm in a week. You realize that less truly becomes more. More time, more calm, more control. Minimalism also gives you clarity and goals. When you have fewer distractions, you can see your financial path clearly. You can focus on saving, investing, and growing without feeling trapped by comparison. You begin to enjoy what you already have. Gratitude grows in the space that clutter once filled, and gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for financial success. When you are grateful, you stop chasing empty desires. You start creating meaningful value. To practice minimalism, begin small. Start by looking at your surroundings. Remove one thing every day that does not add joy or purpose. Then, do the same with your spending. Each time you are about to buy something, ask yourself a simple question. Do I truly need this, or am I trying to fill a temporary feeling? That question is your guide. It stops impulsive spending and builds mindful living. Minimalism also applies to your schedule. Too many commitments create stress and confusion. Say yes only to what matters. Protect your time like you protect your money, because time is the one wealth you can never get back. When your days are simple and your mind is calm, your decisions become wiser. You begin to feel free, not just financially, but emotionally too. A minimalist life is also a sustainable life. You consume less, waste less, and appreciate more. This shift not only helps your wallet, but also helps the world around you. You begin to live in harmony with nature and purpose. You become a creator of balance, not a consumer of chaos. Remember, minimalism is not an end. It is a mindset. It teaches you to focus on what brings peace, progress, and meaning. Financial freedom is not about collecting things. It is about collecting moments, knowledge, and calmness. When you embrace minimalism, you open the door to a lighter, freer, and more powerful life. In the next chapter, we will explore how to protect what you earn. Because once you have simplified your life, your next responsibility is to secure your progress and guard your peace. Chapter 14. Protect what you earn. You work hard for your money. You plan, save, and invest to create a stable future. But if your earnings are not protected, everything you built can disappear in a single moment. Financial freedom is not only about earning and growing wealth, it is also about keeping it safe. Protection is the silent guardian of progress. Without it, all your efforts remain fragile. The first step in protecting what you earn is understanding risk. Life is uncertain. Accidents happen. Illness appears without warning. Businesses face loss. The wise do not fear these possibilities, but they prepare for them. Preparation creates peace. Fear fades when you know you are protected. That is why building a safety shield around your income, health, and assets is essential. Start with insurance. Many people avoid it because they think it is an expense. But good insurance is not an expense. It is protection. Health insurance shields your savings from hospital bills. Life insurance secures your family's future if something unexpected happens to you. Property insurance protects your home, your business, and your hard work. When these shields are in place, you can live and work without worry. Next, protect your earnings from unnecessary taxes and bad decisions. Learn about legal tax-saving methods. Invest through plans and instruments that allow benefits. Use the guidance of trusted professionals when needed. Ignorance can be costly, but awareness can multiply your wealth. Financial education gives you the power to protect yourself from mistakes and manipulation. Fraud is another hidden enemy. In the digital world, scams are everywhere. Never share your passwords or personal details with unknown people. Avoid offers that sound too good to be true. Greed makes you blind, and scammers use that blindness. Always verify before you trust. Protecting your earnings also means protecting your information. Digital safety is financial safety. Another important layer of protection is your emergency fund. You learned earlier how vital it is to build one. That fund is your first line of defense when life surprises you. It stops you from breaking your investments or taking new debt. Keep it separate from your daily spending account. Treat it as sacred, a symbol of your stability. Protection is not only about money, it is also about habits and discipline. Many people lose wealth not because of disaster, but because of poor management. Avoid risky loans. Do not co-sign for others unless you are ready to lose that amount. Learn to say no when people try to pull you into financial traps. Guard your peace as carefully as your income. Also, protect your mind. Every financial journey faces moments of doubt and distraction. The world will always tempt you to spend, to compare, to show off. But remember that true strength is invisible. You protect your freedom when you stay focused on your goals. You protect your earnings when you resist emotional spending. Emotional control is the deepest shield of all. Once your finances are protected, you gain true confidence. You no longer fear loss because you know you are prepared. You can take opportunities without panic. You can rest without anxiety. This calmness is the foundation of sustainable success. Finally, protecting your earnings also means teaching others how to do the same. Share your knowledge with your family. Educate your children about saving, insurance, and security. A family that understands protection grows together. When your loved ones are financially aware, they become your greatest strength. Protection is not about living in fear. It is about building strength. It turns uncertainty into stability. It turns anxiety into assurance. Once your wealth is guarded, you are free to grow it without worry. In the next chapter, we will explore how to make your money work even harder for you through passive income ideas. The streams of earning that flow even while you rest. Chapter 15. Passive income ideas. Financial freedom reaches its true form when your money begins to earn for you. This is where passive income comes in. Passive income means earning money without trading your daily time or energy for it. It flows even while you sleep, travel, or rest. It gives you the power to live life on your terms. The goal is not to stop working completely, but to stop depending only on one active income. When your income continues without your presence, you gain real independence. The first step is understanding the difference between active and passive income. Active income depends on your direct effort. You work and you get paid. But if you stop working, the money stops too. Passive income, on the other hand, comes from systems, investments, or assets that work for you. They may take time and effort to build, but once they are set, they continue to generate earnings with little involvement. One of the most common passive income ideas is rental income. Buying property and renting it out can provide steady cash flow. It may require some management, but the effort is small compared to the reward. If you cannot buy property yet, start smaller. You can rent out a room, a vehicle, or even equipment. The idea is simple. Turn what you own into something that earns. Another powerful source is dividend investing. When you buy shares of stable companies that pay regular dividends, you create a stream of income. The key is to choose long-term, trustworthy businesses and reinvest the dividends until your flow becomes strong enough to support your goals. Patience and discipline turn small investments into financial rivers. Digital assets are another great modern path. Create something once and let it work forever. You can write an ebook, make an online course, start a blog, record a song, or design graphics. Once created and published, these assets can earn money for years. The internet has opened endless doors for passive income if you are willing to learn and create. You can also build a business that runs without your daily presence. Systems and automation make it possible. For example, online stores, affiliate marketing, or subscription-based services can generate steady income if designed properly. In the beginning, they need effort, but with time and the right tools, they become self-sustaining. Peer-to-peer lending and royalty income are also worth exploring. In peer lending, you earn interest by lending money through safe online platforms. Royalties come from intellectual property, books, designs, music, or patents. Every time someone uses your creation, you earn. It is a way to turn your knowledge and creativity into financial independence. Remember, the goal is not to build all income streams at once. Start with one, master it, and then add more over time. Each new source makes your foundation stronger. The beauty of passive income is that it grows quietly in the background while you continue to live your life. But passive income does not mean effortless money. It requires vision, planning, and patience. You may fail at first, but each failure teaches you to build smarter systems. Stay consistent and learn from every step. The more sources you build, the safer your financial future becomes. Even if one source slows, others keep you steady. That is how the wealthy stay free. They are not trapped by a single paycheck. Their money flows from many directions. Creating passive income is like planting trees. They take time to grow, but one day they give shade, fruits, and peace. Begin now, no matter how small. The earlier you plant, the sooner you rest. In the next chapter, we will learn about the danger that can destroy all your progress: greed. Understanding and controlling it will protect both your wealth and your peace of mind. Chapter 16. Stay away from greed. Greed is the quiet destroyer of financial freedom. It hides in ambition, disguises itself as hunger for success, and whispers that more is never enough. It promises joy, but delivers emptiness. Many people who start their journey toward wealth lose everything because they could not recognize this hidden enemy. True financial wisdom is not just about earning more, but knowing when enough is enough. Greed begins small. It often starts as excitement, a desire to grow faster, earn bigger, and beat others. But when that desire turns into impatience, fear of missing out, or blind chasing, it becomes greed. The moment you start making decisions without logic, only emotion, greed has taken over. The danger is that greed makes you forget your principles. It clouds your judgment and replaces patience with panic. In the world of money, greed shows up in many forms. Some people take high risks to get rich quickly. Others invest in things they do not understand just because someone else is doing it. Some work endlessly, ignoring health and relationships just to add more zeros to their bank account. The truth is, no amount of money can fill the emptiness created by a restless mind. To stay away from greed, you must understand the power of balance. Ambition is healthy. It pushes you to grow. But greed is poison. It blinds you. Ambition says, I want to create. Greed says, I want to take. Ambition brings joy and progress. Greed brings fear of loss. The more greedy you become, the more you live in worry. You start protecting illusions instead of living your purpose. Financial freedom is not a race. It is a path of steady growth. Slow and consistent steps are stronger than fast and careless jumps. Many people lose years of hard work because of one greedy decision. A false promise of double returns, a shortcut to wealth, a scheme that seems easy, these are traps built by greed. When you hear such offers, pause and remember this line. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. The best way to protect yourself from greed is through awareness and gratitude. When you appreciate what you already have, your mind stays calm. Gratitude creates contentment, and contentment kills greed. Every time you feel the rush to chase more, take a moment to count your blessings. Remember your progress, your health, your loved ones, and the peace you have built. That reminder keeps you grounded. Another way to control greed is to define your personal limit. Ask yourself, how much do I truly need to live comfortably, happily, and freely? Once you find that answer, you stop chasing shadows. You start focusing on stability instead of speed. Wealth is not measured by how much you have, but by how little you need to worry about. Greed also affects relationships. When money becomes the only focus, love and trust fade. Many families break because of endless competition or comparison. Freedom means nothing if you lose peace at home. Remember, money is a tool, not a trophy. Use it to build, not to boast. Learning to say no is another powerful shield. The world is full of temptations, fast profits, flashy lifestyles, fake influencers. Say no to anything that feels forced or unnatural. True success never rushes. It flows with discipline and purpose. Even the most successful people stay humble because they know one truth. Greed can destroy in one day what patience built in years. Stay grounded, keep learning, and focus on purpose over possession. Financial freedom is not about owning everything. It is about being free from the need to own everything. The moment you stop running after more, you begin to truly live. In the next chapter, we will explore how to use your wealth to grow beyond yourself, how giving and generosity can expand your life and make your freedom meaningful. This is the spirit of Give and Grow. Chapter 17. Give and Grow. Giving is the highest form of wealth. It is the moment when money turns into meaning. Many people believe that they must become rich first and give later, but that is not true. Giving is not about how much you have. It is about how much love and kindness you put behind what you share. The act of giving opens invisible doors. It makes life fuller, hearts lighter, and souls brighter. When you give, you shift your relationship with money. Instead of seeing money as something to hold tightly, you begin to see it as something that flows. Money is energy. It moves from one hand to another, creating value, joy, and security along the way. When you let it flow with good intention, it always finds its way back to you in unexpected forms: peace, opportunity, or abundance. The more you give, the more space you create to receive. Giving also teaches trust. It tells your mind that you have enough and that the world is not a place of scarcity. This mindset is powerful. When you believe there is enough for everyone, fear disappears. You stop hoarding and start sharing. You stop competing and start connecting. The joy that comes from helping someone in need is richer than any luxury you could buy. Giving does not always mean donating money. You can give time, knowledge, attention, or kindness. Sometimes, a few words of encouragement or a moment of listening can change someone's life. When you mentor a young person, teach someone a skill, or inspire another to dream, you create ripples of value that extend beyond money. Those ripples return to you in ways you may never expect. There is a beautiful balance between earning and giving. You work hard to create wealth, and through giving, you make that wealth meaningful. Without sharing, success feels empty. A full wallet with an empty heart is not true freedom. Real success is when your growth lifts others too. Giving also strengthens your character. It reminds you to stay humble. It keeps greed and pride away. When you share your earnings, you acknowledge that you are part of something bigger, a community, a family, a world where everyone's well-being is connected. This awareness makes you more responsible and compassionate in how you handle your money. To make giving a natural part of your life, build it into your plan. Decide that a small part of your income will always go toward helping others. It can be through charity, education, food, or even small acts of kindness in daily life. The amount does not matter. What matters is the spirit of contribution. When you give consistently, you remind yourself of the abundance already within you. One of the most beautiful results of giving is inner peace. You realize that wealth was never about possession, but purpose. You begin to see money as a servant of love, not ego. This shift changes everything. You stop asking, "How much can I get?" and start asking, "How much can I give?" That question leads to the deepest kind of satisfaction, the freedom of a fulfilled soul. Even science and psychology support the power of giving. Studies show that generous people live longer, happier, and healthier lives. Their brains release chemicals that create joy and reduce stress. Giving not only changes the receiver's life, but also heals the giver's heart. Remember, generosity is not a duty. It is a privilege. Each time you help someone, you prove that wealth can be used for good. You become a light for others, showing that freedom is not selfish. It is shared. Financial freedom without generosity is incomplete. True abundance is not what you keep, but what you contribute. The more you give, the more deeply you grow, in peace, wisdom, and love. In the final chapter, we will bring everything together and learn how to keep this mindset alive forever. How to live with the freedom mindset forever, where peace, purpose, and prosperity walk together every day. Chapter 18. The Freedom Mindset. Forever. Financial freedom is not a final destination. It is a continuous way of living. It is not about reaching a certain number in your bank account. It is about reaching a certain state of mind, one that is calm, wise, and balanced. The freedom mindset is built when you live with purpose, gratitude, and control. It grows stronger each day you make conscious choices. When you first begin the journey, financial freedom seems like an external goal. You save, invest, plan, and work hard. But as you grow wiser, you realize that freedom is not only about money. It is about how you think, how you react, and how you value your time and energy. You can have great wealth and still feel trapped if your mind is restless. But if your mind is peaceful, even simple living can feel rich. The freedom mindset means you no longer live by pressure or fear. You are not controlled by what others think or what society expects. You know what matters to you, and you live according to it. You make decisions based on your values, not trends. You measure your success by peace, not possessions. That is when you truly become free. Not from work, but from worry. A person with the freedom mindset does not chase money. They attract it, because they understand that wealth follows wisdom. They do not rush. They plan, act, and grow steadily. They do not compare themselves with others. They know that every journey is unique. They focus on progress, not perfection. This inner calm creates outer stability. To keep this mindset alive, continue practicing the principles you have learned. Keep your goals clear. Keep your expenses under control. Keep learning about money, markets, and opportunities. Keep protecting what you earn. Keep investing with patience. And most importantly, keep your heart open to giving. Every chapter of this journey supports the other. They are not steps to finish, but habits to live by. The freedom mindset also means living with gratitude. Each morning, remind yourself of what you already have. Your health, your home, your knowledge, your loved ones. Gratitude turns ordinary days into blessings. It reminds you that true wealth lies not in accumulation, but appreciation. A grateful heart never feels poor. Balance is another pillar of the freedom mindset. Balance between work and rest, earning and spending, giving and saving. When one part of your life grows too large, peace begins to shrink. Freedom is not found in extremes, but in harmony. It is the quiet space between ambition and acceptance. You will still face challenges. There will be times when markets fall, jobs change, or life tests your patience. But when you carry the freedom mindset, you do not break, you bend and rise stronger. Because you know that freedom is built inside you, not around you. No situation can take it away. True freedom is when you control your time. You spend it doing what brings joy and meaning. You use your money as a tool to create experiences, not as a measure of worth. You give, you grow, and you guide others toward the same peace you have found. As you move forward, remember that financial freedom is not selfish. It is an act of responsibility. When you are free, you can help others become free too. You can inspire change, share knowledge, and create a better world. Your journey becomes a light that shows others what is possible with discipline, purpose, and patience. So, live every day with awareness. Let simplicity be your strength. Let gratitude be your companion. Let generosity be your legacy. Because the real goal is not just to become rich. It is to become free, calm, and fulfilled. This is the freedom mindset forever. It is not something you reach and forget. It is something you live and pass on. The path to financial freedom never truly ends. It becomes your way of life, peaceful, purposeful, and free.